Oh, hey, fourth grade. I'm just over here wrapping up my burrito, and it got me thinking about how we need to wrap up our civil rights movement informative essay. So I'm going to clean up all of my ingredients, and I need you to go get your notebook and a pencil. I'll see you back here in a second. All right, now that you've got your notebook and a pencil, let's get started. What is a conclusion? A conclusion is what you will leave with your reader. It wraps up your essay. It shows how you have proved your thesis, like we stated in the introduction. It also provides the reader with a sense of closure on the topic. So we want to ask ourselves, why is this topic important? Why is it important for readers to know these facts, to know things about this topic? Our topic is the civil rights movement. So what we need to do is prove why it's important to know about the civil rights movement. However, an essay conclusion is not a repeat of the introduction. We are not summarizing what we already said in our paper. It's not a place to add any new information. So we are not going to simply restate our thesis statement. We're not going to bring up any new ideas. We are not going to summarize what we've already said. We are going to wrap up our main points with new words, and we're going to help the reader feel a sense of closure. Like our essay is wrapped up tidily and it's ready to go. Take a look at our informative paper plan. Remind yourselves that we have already written our introduction paragraph, we've written our 3 body paragraphs, and now we are on our last step. When we are writing a conclusion paragraph, this is the structure that we want to follow. The first sentence should be a transition phrase, which we'll get into in a second. The second couple of sentences, we should restate our thesis. We're not going to just copy the thesis word for word. We're going to change it up a little bit and use new words to state the same idea or the same foundational idea that was said at the beginning of our essay. We are then going to end with the power punch. We are going to connect the topic to the bigger picture. So when we're doing this, I need you to ask yourself, why does this topic matter? Why does the civil rights movement matter? Here are a couple examples of some transition phrases. In conclusion, in summary, to summarize, to conclude, all things considered, ultimately, in short, to sum up, and in essence. These simple phrases, they tell the reader that, oh, okay, yep, it's time for the conclusion. The writer of the essay is going to wrap up all the ideas they already stated, and these types of phrases, if you have read an essay before, readers will know, okay, they're going to bring it all together. They're going to tell me why this is important. So we're going to add this in our conclusion. Our thesis, the foundational idea of our essay, is the civil rights movement inspired many different people to fight for equality and still inspires people today. So we're not going to just copy that. We're going to find a different way to phrase that. Okay? So I need you to start thinking in your head, how can we say this using different words? How can we restate the same idea, but kind of flip-flop it a little bit? Okay. Using all 3 of those things, here is an example of a good, solid conclusion paragraph for the civil rights movement. All in all, that's another transition phrase that I like to use. All in all, the civil rights movement was extremely successful. This movement changed many people's attitudes about the way Black people were treated and the rights they deserved. Throughout the world, several people are still fighting for equality. The civil rights movement showed us that it is possible and that there is strength in every community. Okay? So those last 2 sentences, that was kind of like a call to action. It gave readers a sense of, okay, well, I can take the information that I just learned and I can go do something about it. So that's a really strong example of a last power punch sentence, connecting it to the bigger topic. You want to make your reader feel like they can do something about it, even if they just learned some facts. How does that connect to our world today. All right, fourth grade, I want you to take a look at this example paragraph, and I want you to try to use your own words. When we do that, it's called paraphrasing. So I want you to try to paraphrase this conclusion paragraph in your own words, and then give yourself a pat on the back because you just finished a 5-paragraph essay. Nice job. Make sure that you submit a photo of your paragraph in Schoology. I am very proud of all your hard work.